Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous video we have covered that how you can install and license your Spandan SCADA in the Windows machine. Okay, now in this video we will cover that how to communicate your Spandan SCADA with Modbus TCP IP device. So let's see how you can configure your Spandan SCADA to communicate with any Modbus TCP IP device across your network. So here is my Spandan SCADA configuration application, and here you can see in the devices we have option to communicate with the Modbus devices. So to add the Modbus devices you can click on this plus icon. So once you click on this plus icon, it will ask you to enter the Modbus device name. So I'm going to communicate Spandan SCADA with Modbus slave. Okay, so Modbus slave is the simulator which is I'm running in my system. So I'm going to name it as a MB slave, and then I'll press OK here. So you can see the device is created. Now it will ask for the register details. Okay, so we are going to communicate, or we are going to read the first holding register, and the holding register is 0. Okay, and the slave ID we have to mention here. So we are going to read the data from slave ID 1, as you can see here, and we are going to read the holding register data. So here I have to select the register type is holding. The register address is 0, as you can see here. Register address is 0. The data type is integer 16. Okay, so I'm going to leave it as it is. The length is 1. And if you want to do some operation, mathematical operation on this holding register, then you can perform the scaling operation, or you want to set the offset, then you can set using these options. After that, you have to select which type of Modbus connection we are going to perform. So we are going to use the Modbus TCP communication. Okay, so we have to select Modbus TCP. The IP address is my localhost IP address. You can see here this Modbus slave software is running in my localhost, and if I disconnect and if I connect again, then you can see the IP address is my localhost IP address 127.0.0.1, and the port number is 502. So I am going to use the same IP address here, 127.0.0.1, and the port number is a default 502. Scan interval is 1000 millisecond. Okay, so it will scan value at every second. Okay, if you want to add scan delay, then you can add here, and if you want to change the timeout of connection, then you can change here, and if you want to turn on the read optimization, then you can select yes, otherwise you can select no. Okay, so after that, what you have to do is you have to add on this plus icon to add the register in the configuration, and then after you have to save it. Okay, you can see here save port configuration and scanning configuration. Now we have added one holding register here. Okay, now if I want to add the second holding register, then what I can do is HR1, I can just rename it. I am going to read the holding register and the address is 1. Okay, so I can click here to add that holding register and I can save it. Now if I want to see the live value of those holding register which I have added here in this Spandan SCADA, then I can click on here live view. Okay, so right now we don't see any register, so we will refresh it here. Okay, and here you will see HR0 and HR1 is available here. Now it will try to communicate first with our Modbus slave software, and once the Spandan SCADA establish connection with the Modbus slave, you will see that holding register value in the green color. Okay, you can see the value is 0. Now I can auto increment the first holding register, and here you can see the value 1 2 3. I can also auto increment the second holding register, and I would like to increment from 50. Okay, so you can see the value is updating at every second because we have selected the scan interval is 1 second, so it will read the data at every second. Now if I want to add another register, then I can go to the configuration of my device. I can rename here. Okay, I can add one more register address here. The type is holding. I'm going to add it, I'm going to save it, and then we are going to refresh it, and then we will navigate to the live view. So it will try to communicate again. So whenever you make any changes to the device, the services will restart. Okay, and it will take few seconds to communicate again. Now you can see holding register 0 has value 50, holding register 1 has 94. Now I'm going to change the value of holding register 3. Okay, it should be 2. Okay, so let me change it to 2. So we are going to delete it and we will edit it to 2. We will add it, we will save it, we will refresh it, and we will go to the live view. Okay, HR3 we have deleted. Okay, so that's why it's in the blue color. Now if I update the value of this second holding register to 22, then it should be visible here. You can see the 22 is visible here. So this is how you can communicate your Spandan SCADA with any Modbus TCP device. I am using simulator as of now because we don't have any Modbus TCP device. But if you have any Modbus TCP device running in your plant, or if you have any gateway like Modbus serial to Modbus TCP converter gateway, and if you want to read the data of that TCP converter gateway in the Spandan SCADA, then you can read it. All you have to do is you have to go to the devices. You have to create your device. Okay, you have to provide the name to your device, and then after you have to configure your device here. So in the configuration, what you have to do is you have to provide the holding register name, or you can say the tag name, okay, the register type, the register address, and the data type. That's it. Okay, if you want to perform some mathematical operation, then you can use this function. Otherwise, just leave it as it is, and then just provide your Modbus connection detail, like you are going to connect with Modbus TCP server or Modbus TCP device, or you are going to connect with Modbus serial device. Okay, and then after, if you are going to connect with Modbus TCP device, then you have to provide the IP address and the port number and the scan interval. Okay, that's it. You can save your entire configuration, you can refresh the devices, and you can go to the live view to see the live value of your devices. So it will take few seconds to communicate again, and then after you can see the live view of your holding registers. So this is how you can communicate your Spandan SCADA with any Modbus TCP devices or any Modbus TCP server running inside your network. So I hope this thing is clear, and if you still have any question or confusion, then you can always ping me on WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, anywhere. Also you can ping me on LinkedIn. Also you can comment on this video. Also you can email us. Now in the next video, instead of Modbus TCP device, we are going to communicate with Modbus serial device. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.